Redhawks. My name is Kaylin Strahan, and I am the captain of the girls track and field team for 2019 and 2020. I was asked to do a warm-up video for you guys, so let's get right to it. Usually we start out with our warm-up lap, which is 1 to 2 depending on the day. But since I'm not at the track right now, just know that that's the first step, and then next we go into our stretches. So I'll show you that right now. The second thing we usually do is start off with the leg pulls. So we'll go down, and then pretty much you can do whatever with your arms, but we usually pull them up with our legs. So we do this, and then your foot is flexed to the sky, and then the next step is the same thing where you come up, and then the next step, and so on. Usually we want to do the line where we start further away from the line where we end, so our bodies will be warm and we won't pull any muscles, because the whole point of the track season is to break records, have personal records, and not injure yourself. So all these stretches will help you to warm your body up before you start, and hopefully there will be no injuries. So the third thing we usually do is stand on your tippy toes, and wherever your destination is, make sure you get there without taking huge steps. That kind of defeats the purpose. But if you get on your tippy toes as far as you can go and take smaller steps, then you'll be more warmed up for the workout. The fourth thing we usually do is just the opposite of number 3. So instead of going on our tippy toes, we go on our heels and we walk to the next destination. Remember, small steps only. Usually do the stretch from point A to point B twice. So you'll go wherever the point B is, and then you'll come back. So in total, you'll be doing it twice. Fifth thing we usually do is pull your leg up, make sure your toes are to the sky, and then you pull it as far as you can go. And this you'll do from point A to B continuously until you get to your next destination. The sixth thing we usually do is our hamstring stretches. So this will stretch this part of your leg. So you pull it up as far as you can go, and don't cheat, don't walk in between. So every step is a stretch, and you'll do that from point A to B until you're finished, and then you'll come back. So these aren't stretches that we usually do all the time, but if you want to do something extra, then you can just walk and swing your arms to get those loose, and then you can go back. But these aren't stretches that we do every single practice. Those are just some that we do sometimes. So I'll get into some of the quicker stretches that we do before practice. So the first one I'll go over is these. It's quick because that's how you run in a race, but that's not as quick as it goes, because the next one that I'll show you is when you actually put a hop to it. So that was the first one, and I'll show you the next one right now. Last exercise I did was the slow version, but this one I'm going to show you how we do it when we speed it up a little bit. So I start with my right leg because I'm right-handed, so it's just easier. And then we pick it up. And make sure that throughout the entire thing, your foot, your toe stays pointed up to the sky, because that also helps in your shin area. And if you're someone like me, you're gonna need help with your shins, because I had issues with my shins earlier in the years. But this one, like this, should definitely help. So the next exercise is almost completely like the other one. We just add a kick out. So I'll start with walking it, and in the next video, I'll speed it up just like I did the last one. So you just kick, 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 and you always want to keep your arms like you're in a race, because you always want to practice race arms, because it's very easy to forget. So any stretches you do during warm-ups, you have to always practice race arms. Now I'll show you how to do what I just did in the previous video a little quicker. So like I said before, I start with my right leg. So I kick it out, kick it out, kick it out, kick it out, kick it out. And just like I stated before, just a reminder, always have your foot to the sky so it'll work I'm going to show you is high knees. There is no slow version of this. You just start out quick, and I start with my right leg. Again, I start with my right leg for every stretch that we do, and it's just bringing your knee up as high as you can get it, and then there's no pause in between, so you just keep going quick until you get to the end. So it's like this. And try not to take huge steps because that defeats the purpose. The warm-up is all about getting your body warm for your workout. So the more steps that you take, the more prepared you'll be for whatever workout you'll do that day. So what we pair with high knees are butt kicks. So we may do high knees there and butt kicks back, or 2 high knees there and back, and then butt kicks there and back. But whatever the case may be, we always do high knees right after butt kicks. So I'll show you that now. So you always want your foot to go as far as you can get it, and then it's a quick rotation just like high knees. So one of the stretches that I forgot to put in the beginning of the video goes just like this. So you put the opposite arm, and you hit your other leg. So if it's right arm, it's left leg, left arm, right leg. So just like this, just like this, just like this, just like this. Try not to take steps in between because it's just better. One of the stretches that we do in order to help our shins and calf muscles is we'll go on the side of our foot and then go on the back, our heel, and then bring it up to the top. So it really doesn't matter how you do it. You may do this all the way down or this all the way down, but whatever the case may be, you will be helping your shin and your calf, which is definitely stretches you should do within the season. So another stretch that we do that we don't do that often because the team just looks so uncoordinated and people really struggle with it is C-skips. And the slow version is like this, and then you go like this, and then you go. So basically, you put your leg up first and put it down, and then you bring it to the side. So it's stretching your hip rotation, and I'll do it quicker so you can see how it actually looks. So I put my hand on my hips, or you can put them above your head, but I do mine on my hips, and you just bring it back. So it's a rotation, so you can rotate your hip because hip problems are real in track and field. So you'll definitely want to do that if you want to, but it's definitely not something that we did every practice. So that's just a plus. So the next thing we do are these flutter kicks, and they're really quick. So whatever the distance is, you'll always do it from where you begin to where you end, and you won't take a break in between. It's not like what I stated before, but this one is just straight through. So these are running arms too, so you definitely want to have good running arms for this because you'll be practicing for when you get in a race, and then it'll become second nature, so you'll have great running arms in a race. So this is how it goes. You want your heel, this part of your foot, to hit the ground, not your toes, but not your heel. It's like the middle part of your foot to hit the ground. So you can practice having that balance. Next exercise I do is our lunges. So this is how I do them. So I put my foot up, toes to the sky, and then I'll bring it out, and then I'll go down. And then I'll bring my other foot up, and then I'll go down again. And if you need a break, you'll just stand here, but you won't walk and keep going because you're not putting in as much distance as you need to. So up, out, up, out. And that is how I do my lunges. But some other people just bring it out, bring it out, bring it out. And both ways are right. So however you want to do it, however you feel more comfortable, that is the way you should do it. So that completes the warm-up video, and now you are ready for your workout. But I will show you some things that we do after the workout as well, so you won't go home feeling very sore. So what I'm about to show you are things that we do to help our muscles, to relax our muscles and help them so they won't be as tight. One stretch that we do after the workout is over is put both of our feet together, and we'll grab them as far as we can go, and we'll go as far down as we can go, and we'll hold that for 10 seconds. So this is how it goes. And you'll hold that, and usually whoever is counting, they'll do the even numbers or odd numbers, and the rest of the team will do the rest of the numbers. So after that one, you separate your legs, and you can either go to one side and stretch as far down as you can go. If you can get to your knee, that's amazing. If you can't, that's amazing too. Or you can go to the other side, whichever side the team goes to first. It doesn't matter, just make sure you get to both sides. And when you're finished, the third stretch we usually do with this one is hold both, go down as far as you can, or you can grab the ground and then crawl out to see how far you can get. The way you can do the stretches where you go to either side is put the opposite leg in and then pull that stretch. To me, this is a bit easier than having both legs out at the same time. Or if you're stretching over to your left leg, then you put your right in and you'll go over to this side. And all of these stretches are for 10 or 20 seconds. So another stretch that you will probably do as a team when the workout is over is right over left or left over right for 10 or 20 seconds. And you don't usually alternate like this. I'm just alternating to show you how it looks. But at the end of the workout, you definitely will do these just to loosen all the muscles in your arms so you won't be sore. One other stretch I forgot to mention was the ankle rolls. We do these all the way to our destination because this is just one more thing that helps with the way that we run, and it also helps with our muscles so we won't overstretch or pull anything while we are running. So this is a very good stretch to do before and after the workout. I think we are pretty much done with the warm-up routine, and you are definitely ready for the workout. I hope this video helped, and good luck to you and your season.